What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Aussie meme review with our girl, Miss Brianne Worth. Before we dive into this, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Ring notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. If you guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. What we got, Brianne?
Every Aussie's had a drunk AF conversation sitting at a table like this. Unless you're me and my friends, in which case this is what happens.
Yeah, you and your friends are absolutely wild, Brianne. Y'all are... What? Okay, keep going. Jeez.
Welcome to me reviewing Aussie memes. Aussie meme review, if you will. It's just like PewDiePie, but not good. Just not good. Oh, right. It is exceptionally humid today, and doesn't my hair know it? Jesus. Literally just 100 of the funniest memes about Australia from this decade. Sounds like a good place to start. 000, what's your emergency? Hello, yes, I'd like to report a robbery. I know where this is going. Is this currently taking place? No, it happened in 2003. Yeah. What happened to that brief comeback that Shannon Knoll had for a bit there? And he just started getting into pub fights and whatnot. That is the biggest fucking bee I have ever seen in my life. Oh, thank God I don't have the window open. Jesus. A bee's supposed to be this big, it's not a wasp. Oh, man. Well, they're doing their bit for the environment. That's
because I've watched these Australian videos and y'all tell me about these animals and y'all show me the worm in Australia. And I said, in Australia, they fast track evolution. The animals fast track evolution. Know what I'm saying? Like faster than they are in other parts of the world. These animals are evolving at a much higher rate. Y'all out there growing Pokemon, you feel me?
It's supposed to be this big, it's not a wasp. Oh man. Well, they're doing their bit for the environment, that's fine. Australians yelling taxi at any time someone drops a glass in public. Is this the highest form of humour?
Taxi?
I didn't ask to be called out. At this point, I think honestly it's just a compulsion more than anything on everyone's behalf. You look at any collective group in a pub or a bar, no one wants to say it. It just comes out and you can't put that back in your mouth. We're all a slave to the taxi and everyone kind of looks a little bit disappointed in themselves afterwards, and you should be. Little Australian jokes that never get old. EB Games might be having a sale, guys. What? No way. I think we might be overdoing it. Is EB Games still open? Am I gonna get sent to the gallows for saying that? I don't. If you're an Aussie, you definitely read these books during primary school. Oh man. Oh man. I only read The Rainbow Fish.
Let me see. Possum Magic, Paul Jennings. I feel like I've seen The Rainbow Fish. I've seen Paul Jennings. The Forest Meets the Sea. And Captain Underpants. I've seen 3 out of the 6. 3 out of the 6.
And obviously Possum Magic. I recognize Captain Underpants, never read it, and I don't know what the rest of them are. So did I go to school? To be fair, one of the schools in my area when I was growing up, they didn't even have to wear shoes. None of them had to wear shoes until like grade 7. And they constantly had lockdowns because the kangaroo would always wander onto the property. Make friends in your classes. Can you make it full screen? I got you. Huey's Cooking Adventures. The Sydney Eastern Suburbs Starter Pack. Where to buy linen. Bondi is being ruined by tourists. Liam, 28, born in Manchester. 1/2 of a double bed available in Bondi, 500 per week. Bed share available with 23-year-old Irish backpacker. I mean, they've done it to themselves. I don't want to lose my citizenship, but I have never watched that show. I don't understand it. I don't know the intro song. I don't know what this lighthouse is. Every time it's brought up, I'm scared to speak. I might get deported after uploading this video, who knows. People who didn't ask. India changed my life. Australians on their gap year. Oh man, I send this to about 20 people that I know right now. Nothing worse.
Really? So Australia's on gap year. India's the go-to spot. It's the go-to place for you guys. And then you got to come back. You got to talk about it. You know, when you experience certain things, I feel like you got to talk about it. But there's a lot of you that don't care what you experienced, and now you just like boring them, and they're like, we didn't ask. We didn't ask about it, so we don't want to know about it.
A gap year. Oh man, I could send this to about 20 people that I know right now. Nothing worse than having to sit through this when all you wanted to watch was your Lion King VHS in peace. Oh man, who was old enough to remember when you had to actually rewind those tapes so you could watch the movie again? It gave you something to work for, it made it more enjoyable. I have this argument about pistachio nuts as well, since you asked. I think having to work for the pistachio nut puts so much effort into cracking it open for such a small reward. Somehow it makes it taste better. Anyway, let's not go on a tangent about pistachios right now. Okay. The Australian 2000s Girl Starter Pack. Oh my god.
I'm laughing because I feel like this isn't too much off from the American 2000s Girl Starter Pack. But this is funny because you got Paris Hilton on the magazine. Gotta have a pink razor. Gotta have a pink razor. What is this kiss me stuff? Bro. Yeah, it just takes you back.
On a tangent about pistachios right now. The Australian 2000s Girl Starter Pack. Oh my god. I've had everything on here except for those belts and the Motorola. I was a Nokia bitch. I didn't have a SIM card in the phone, but I did play Snake. Is Supre still a thing? I feel like it's still open. If you want better clothes than Supre and not mass-produced clothing at that, make sure to check out my clothing brand with supply code. We just got a restock of these serotonin tees, so if you missed out last time, you can grab one now. We also restocked our sunnies recently if you missed out on those as well. And the third restock with these fuck off socks. These sell out super quickly. As usual, you can pay $0 up front with Afterpay. That'll all be linked below with Riff's social media as well if you want to check that out. Thanks in advance to anyone who supports my brand in any way. Australians are so lucky. You have a perfect climate. The weather is always amazing. I don't know a single person who would think that, especially after this past summer of fire and then flooding. It's quite nice in most of Queensland at least that we don't really get much of a winter, but we definitely do get skin cancer. So remember when ordering things from book club used to be the most exciting part of your week? Yeah. Yes. You'd get it with your friends and circle everything that you wanted. What was the point of book club? What was the Scholastic Book Fair for? What every Australian means when they say they're going to put up the Christmas tree, honestly.
Really?
Can't be mad at it. I hope you guys can't hear the fan going full ball in the background there.
I can hear it. But do y'all really? That's basically the tree is putting up the fan. I still don't understand the non-air conditioning thing. Air conditioning is, I feel like, especially it would be in Australia, I feel like air conditioning would be absolutely essential.
Can't be mad at it. I hope you guys can't hear the fan going full ball in the background there. Australian Backyard Summer Starter Pack. Oh, I'm keen. No, I'm down for this. I don't know what is in those sausage packs that you get from Coles or Woolies, and quite frankly, I don't want to know either. Don't know why the Ruskies are in there, not a big fan of that. Me talking about important life decisions which will shape my future. Me talking about how cold it is when it gets below 23 degrees. I don't know why talking about the weather is like this pinnacle of what a boring conversation is. I love talking about the weather. I love whinging about the weather. I like talking to other people in other countries about their weather. I like talking about weather that's happening now, weather as a concept. I like talking about the fact that I like talking about weather. This could very easily turn into a 20-minute video about weather. Me, fucking stoked that spring is finally here. Hello warm weather, spring. Hi, I'm here to fuck you up. Oh, I'm intimidated by this photo. Let's keep scrolling. My four moods. My four moods. I am never the second mood because I am lactose intolerant. These were basically my entire childhood. So, man, there is a blue So Fresh CD. Maybe it's 2001? So Fresh 2001. It is. It's So Fresh 2001, and I could just about tell you every single song that is on this CD. Oh, man. And the green one? Summer Hits 2001. Oh, and the green one, which was Spring Hits 2001.
So they just put all the summer hits like by various artists onto this CD, and it's like fresh, so fresh, and it's like all the best hits from different artists on this. I think that's really cool. But is that what this is? Y'all talk to me.
These two, for some reason, are embedded in my memory more than like anything else in my entire life. We got S Club 7, Lifehouse, Train. We got Blink 182, D12, Nelly, banger after banger. Aqua, oh my god. I need to stop here, otherwise this video will be weather and So Fresh and absolutely nothing else. Images you can hear. The two most visceral noises out of these was definitely the Velcro Billabong wallet, of which I had many, and that goddamn wheelie bin. Rage coming in close third, and I don't know who the other guy is. Can someone tell me, please? How all Aussie teens used to shower after PE. No, and you know why? Impulse and Lynx don't cover up anything. They just mix with bad smells, and you've got this weird combo that no one really likes in your locker room. Every day after lunchtime, you'd walk past the boys' locker room and just about choke. This is giving me flashbacks, and I want to move on. Aussie animals, from least to most terrifying. Here we go. Huntsman spider. Love them. Don't want them near me, but love them. Can't hurt you, just chills and minds his own business, like a friendly roommate.
Nah, bro, look at this spider, bro. Look at this spider, bro. No, you're not. I'm sorry, but I cannot be convinced that that thing can't hurt me. You cannot. That thing is a giant. That thing can hurt me. There's no convincing me. There's no convincing me otherwise.
Don't want them near me, but love them. Can't hurt you, just chills and minds his own business, like a friendly roommate. Couldn't agree more, still don't want to see him anywhere ever. Great. Snake. Just a broad snake. More scared of you than you're scared of it, but you're still pretty scared of it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Depends on the snake. I don't mind snakes though. Cassowary. Like an emu with a head weapon. What the fuck, seriously? I disagree here. In the past 3 months, I've been around a lot of cassowary, like a lot of cassowaries. Every single time I go to the beach, there's 1 or 2 cassowaries minimum. And we go to the beach basically every other day. Only one has had a go at me. It was really early in the morning, and I think my car was freaking it out because it could see itself in the reflection. And they tend to kick dark cars because they think it's another cassowary. My first TikTok was made about this cassowary. It's a whole thing. They have the potential to be super dangerous, obviously. Their feet are terrifying. Every time I go to the beach, I look down and they're just like a dinosaur's been walking through here before I'm about to lay down and go for a nap. You just have to accept that. But they just want your snacks. They don't want anything. They're not here to fight. They just literally want to steal your snacks. Is it intimidating having a cassowary doing this? Slowly coming towards you with this face? Absolutely. Is the concept of having my snacks stolen intimidating? Absolutely. One cassowary tried to steal my coconut, and I'm sorry, that's just absolutely not gonna happen.
Bro, you can't have it.
You can kick me to death before I give you my food, that's fine. But point being, if you don't bother them, they're not that bad. There's this lady at the beach and the cassowaries come up to her for pats. Like, moving on to the magpie, the devil incarnate, swoop swoop motherfuckers. Help, it owns my scalp now, and yeah. It do. It really do. Magpies are the single most intimidating bird on the planet. No one argue with me. They don't give a shit about anything. They will swoop anyone, anything, anywhere. Before there was Tinder, there was Match. Now back in the day...
Oh my god. We called it MASH. M-A-S-H. Match makes a lot more sense. Match makes a lot more sense. But it had to be MASH for the final thing because it was like mansion, apartment, streets, hut or something. I don't remember. But Match, it's a lot more fitting title for the game. I remember those days though. Good days. Good days.
With anyone, anything, anywhere. Before there was Tinder, there was Match. Now back in the day, before we had phones, we had pen and paper and the ability to see into the future apparently, because that's what we were attempting to do with this. Walking out of an air-conditioned building on a hot day, literally any single time I've walked outside since being in the tropics. Driving in Australia during summertime. Where's the lie though? Sometimes I've had to drive like this. Unless you're a cop watching this, in which case I'm firmly tending to at all times. How to piss off an Aussie. Oh man.
Ooh.
Dude, this is triggering unpleasant memories for me and I don't like it. I don't know if you've heard, but I'm going to Europe starter pack. Let's get brunch next weekend. Oh my god, actually I can't. I'll be laying on a beach in Greece. 10 days until Europe. Hi, I'll be out of office living my best life in Europe next week. Please contact me when I'm back. 10 days until Europe, and then you get the stream of post-Europe uploads saying take me back, wish I was still in Europe, later Graham, etc. Who would win? The strongest bone in the body? One silver boy. Oh, my shin just hurts. So bad.
Boy.
She's straight, gay, bisexual, naughty girl with a bad habit. Faye, come over. Me, I can't. I'm harassing innocent families at lunch. Faye, I'm a bin. Me. Back in the day, if we had a problem, we would meet here. I was so good. It was like the one sport-related thing that I was good at. You go piss people off with the low shots. It's one of my special skills. Australians have no culture. Excuse me. Oh, why is Tony Abbott eating an onion in there? You'd think in a civilized society we'd have laws against that. Sometimes I think Australia isn't that bogan, and then I remember we literally have a TV channel called Seven Mate. Yeah. Look, at some point you gotta own it. How to tell if your house is crim safe? Is it crim safe? No.
It's not crim safe.
Relationship status. Single, in a relationship, married. It's complicated. I'm just waiting for a mate.
What happened, mate? What's going on?
I'm just waiting for a mate.
Is that why your car's all smashed up and you're up on the grass at the moment, or what?
Every Aussie's had a drunk AF conversation sitting at a table like this. Unless you're me and my friends, in which case this is what happens.
Oh my god.
There are two types of people in Australia, Supre and JJs. I feel like you go through phases. I feel like Supre was like an early, really young girl phase. JJs is like you've transitioned to a teenager and you really wanted that pair of skinny jeans that literally everyone had. One really interesting thing about growing up in a small town was that there was really only JJs and the closest shopping centre was like an hour and a half away. So all that really meant was that everybody was wearing the same thing all of the time. Australian proverb number 264. Is that thunder or is someone just taking their bins out? Dislikes on YouTube are just likes from people in Australia. Change my mind. I mean, he's got a point. He really doesn't. Unless. New Zealand, can I copy your homework? Australia, sure, just change it up a bit so it's not obvious. Australians are just British Texans. Change my mind. Damn, okay. I don't think I can argue.
British Texans. You guys might be. You guys might. That would be a good one.
Australians are just British Texans. Change my mind. Damn, okay. I don't think I can argue. You and your mates looking like this every athletics day. Excuse me. First of all, I was in the green colour team, not this filth. Can you leave a comment with the colour team you were in high school? I'm genuinely interested if there's any other greenies. Them. There's no such thing as Australian cuisine. Me. The chicken salt though. My favourite thing about this is that
chicken salt is fire.
None of this is food, and that's why we're a multicultural society, because clearly we can't make good things. How good are these new...
Nah, that chicken salt is fire. It is the best seasoning for fries. Like, the best seasoning for fries. Chicken salt is top tier. Australia, I don't know how y'all came up with it. It's amazing. I can't eat my fries without it anymore. Can't eat them without.
That's why we're a multicultural society, because clearly we can't make good things. How good are these new joke of the day Milo jars? Perfect for sharing with friends. 1.5 kilos, that is a one-person job easily. Primary school kids have iPhones. Man, when I was their age, I used to spread PVA glue on my hands, wait for it to dry and peel it off. I used to like peel it off from around the lid or put it on me and wait for it to dry, and that was my whole day sorted. Christmas beetles, something in Australia that doesn't want to kill you. Yeah, but they might as well. They're awful. They have no concept of personal space, and a million of them will just fly onto you and stick there, and then you gotta physically pull them off, ripping your shirt. Alright, I feel like my hair is becoming sentient as I'm filming this, so that's where I'm gonna stop for today. If you like these videos, leave me a comment and I'll make more of them. If you're new here, I give shoutouts at the end of every video to people who subscribe and put the bell on, and also to people who comment on my Instagram and TikTok. Instagram shoutout comes from this photo and it goes to let's try that again, Joseph Decon. TikTok shoutout goes to Jess Budrow, and YouTube shoutout goes to Elite Minx 30. Thanks to
Nah, this was a good video, guys. I definitely had a good time reacting to it. Once again, she's funny. Once again, you Australians, you guys are absolutely hilarious, bro. I love you guys. Yeah, if you got a favorite video for me to react to, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so I get suggested. I got social media and Patreon all up top. You gotta subscribe to any of it. Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal. Out.